through the incredible synchronicity of life, through many channels, was brought to Leslie and found my way here. I've often thought throughout today is that San Pedro has been talking to me long before I ever stepped foot here.
San Pedro is not a drug. It's sacred medicine. And when you drink it and when you allow it to work in you, you understand why it's sacred medicine. It teaches us how to heal on all levels. It teaches us that all of us are healers. It connects us to God within us. It connects us to a higher self.
One of the truths that kept coming to me is that no one heals anyone else. We heal ourselves. But with that, it also came to me very clearly that to be in a environment that Leslie has provided here is an amazing gift. One in which, I'm sure she would never humbly take it, but is changing the world. She wouldn't take that as what she would think she's doing, but there's no doubt in my mind that she is.
They changed Wachuma's name to San Pedro in the days of when the Spaniards came, like 500-600 years ago, because they didn't allow anybody to drink San Pedro. They could be killed if they drank San Pedro. So because the Spaniards were they were trying to turn everybody to Catholicism, they taught them about all the saints. And so when the Incas heard about Saint Peter, and he had the keys to heaven, they thought, oh wow, Wachuma is actually Saint Peter, because Wachuma holds the keys to heaven, so his name is San Pedro. So that's where they changed the name to San Pedro.
These plants, which can oftentimes be categorized as drugs, are far from it. Far from it. This is anything that's been here longer than us, for one thing, has much greater knowledge than we do. And it's a tool beyond anything that we can get with reading a book, intellectually thinking things through. It opens the door to what is there all along, but it's a vehicle that allows us to see what we are.
If we think in negative thought forms all the time, like fear, jealousy, hate, anger, those kind of emotions, that is the energy that we are giving out to the world, and therefore that's what we're attracting back to us. So we are feeding the negative cells in our bodies and we're making them grow, and that's how we get sick. So if we are in the process of San Pedro and it's showing us that, we have the choice in that moment as well to understand it truly and release it, and we can be healed like that.
It allows us to become the best version of ourselves, without question. And then that's only limited to how big our vision is.
I've seen so many miracles. People healed of cancer, maybe in a second. People, that I told you about that girl that lost all her hair and it grew back, whereas the doctor said there was no hope, should never have that back. A woman that was in a wheelchair for I think it was 12 years, that actually started walking again. The story of my sister that had a stroke and was like semi-paralyzed on her left side after the loss of her son. And she'd walked around like that for 8 years. And with one San Pedro, everything started working again. There was no paralysis anymore. And her whole attitude to life changed because she understood that she needed to let go of the pain that she was holding in her heart, which is what caused the paralysis on the left side. And once she was able to release her son, that was when the paralysis left. And she started another life, and she's like living in joy and positivity, very happy. Everything changed for her.
I've experienced other plant medicines before, but this tends to be a deeper teacher for me. We can become so much more than what we can even dream to think that we are.
It's teaching us that we are creators and we are manifestors. What is it we want to create? What do we want to manifest? Do we want to continue living in pain? or anger or fear, or do we want to live in joy and love and abundance and gratitude? So that is a choice that San Pedro shows us very clearly that we need to make. It's up to us. Nobody else can do it for us. We have to do it ourselves.